A few weeks ago, a 31-year-old influencer named Ashlee Robinson, known online as Ashlee Jenae, flew to Zanzibar, Tanzania, with her newly announced fiancé. It was supposed to be a romantic birthday trip. Sun, luxury resort, the whole thing. She never made it home. Tanzanian police ruled her death a suicide within days. Her family says that's impossible. Her fiancé, a crypto executive named Joe McCann, is still on the island right now, passport confiscated by authorities. And nobody outside that resort fully knows what's on the hotel security footage that seems to be at the center of this investigation. This story is still developing, and a lot of questions remain unanswered. Today, I'm going to walk you through everything we know so far, and what still doesn't add up. Background. Who was Ashlee Robinson? So let's start from the beginning. Ashlee Robinson was a lifestyle and travel influencer from the Portland, Oregon area. On her platform, she went by Ashlee Jenae, and her content was pretty aspirational. Travel, fashion, personal growth, that kind of thing. She had a following. She was building something. Her fiancé, Joe McCann, is 45 years old. He runs a cryptocurrency fund called Asymmetric. He's not a small player in that space. By all public accounts, the two had been together for some time, and just days before this trip, he proposed. Ashlee posted the ring, the moment, all of it. Her audience was excited for her. Around April 4th, they flew to Zanzibar for what was framed as a romantic getaway tied to her birthday. They were staying at the Zuri Zanzibar, a high-end luxury resort. But behind those posts, something was clearly wrong. According to Tanzanian police, the couple argued repeatedly during their stay. On the night of April 8th, the fighting escalated to the point where hotel staff intervened. They separated the two, moving Joe to a different villa, roughly an 8 to 10 minute walk from where Ashlee was staying. The stated reason was their safety. In the early hours of April 9th, around 2 a.m., a hotel attendant found Ashlee unresponsive in her room. She was rushed to the hospital but pronounced dead shortly after. She was 31 years old. The official story, and why her family rejects it. Tanzanian police moved quickly. Within a short window, they announced the cause of death: cerebral hypoxia from strangulation. Their conclusion? Suicide, following a misunderstanding between the couple. Case closed as far as they were concerned. Ashlee's family, specifically her parents from the Philadelphia area, don't believe that for a second. Her mother has been publicly vocal about this. She says her daughter had just gotten engaged. She was excited. She was planning her future. The idea that she would take her own life in that moment, it just doesn't match who Ashlee was, according to the people who knew her best. The family also raised a serious concern about how they were notified. They say Joe waited approximately 11 hours before meaningfully contacting them. When he did reach out, they felt the communication was vague, incomplete. That delay and the nature of those conversations is something they've described as deeply troubling. They've since contacted the U.S. Embassy. They've requested access to the hotel security footage, and multiple reports indicate they're preparing to travel to Zanzibar themselves to demand a more thorough investigation. There are also reports that they may be sending an independent investigator. And that brings us to Joe McCann. He's still in Tanzania. Police have questioned him multiple times. They've taken his passport, which means he cannot leave. Officially, he is described as a witness, not a suspect. But the passport hold and the ongoing review of surveillance footage tell a different story about how seriously authorities are still treating this. The unanswered questions. Let me be clear about where we stand. No charges have been filed. The autopsy results have not been fully released publicly, and everyone involved is presumed innocent. But there are details in this case that raise genuine, serious questions, and I think it's worth walking through them. First, the timeline. The couple was separated by hotel staff in the middle of the night. Hours later, Ashlee is found unresponsive. The proximity of those events, the argument, the separation, the death, is something investigators are clearly still examining. Second, the surveillance footage. It keeps coming up. Why are police holding Joe's passport? Because of what's on video, or what they're still trying to determine from it. The family wants access to it. That footage appears to be central to understanding the full picture of that night. Third, the official ruling came fast, announcing suicide as the cause of death within days in an active investigation is the kind of thing that raises eyebrows, especially when the family is disputing it and pushing for an independent autopsy. And fourth, there are unconfirmed details circulating online about other people allegedly on the trip, about the nature of the couple's relationship in the days leading up to this, that I'm not going to present as fact because they haven't been verified. But they're part of why people following this story feel like there's more beneath the surface. What we do know is this: a young woman died far from home. The official explanation has been rejected by her own family, and the investigation is ongoing. Where things stand now. As of the latest reporting, here's the current status. Joe McCann remains in Zanzibar with his passport held by authorities. No formal charges have been filed against him. The full autopsy results have not been made public, and police say they are continuing to investigate. Ashlee's family is pushing hard for answers through the embassy, through legal channels, and potentially through an independent investigation. The hotel's security footage remains a central piece of evidence in an open case. Online, this story has picked up significant attention. True crime communities, social media, YouTube, because the official account and the family's account are so far apart. People are paying attention. And that kind of public pressure sometimes matters when families are trying to get answers across international borders. I'll be honest. We don't know what happened that night. We may not know for a while, but what's clear is that Ashlee Robinson's family deserves a thorough, transparent investigation, not a rushed conclusion. And right now, they don't feel like they have that. At the end of the day, behind this story is a real person, a 31-year-old woman who flew somewhere beautiful and didn't come back. Whatever the truth turns out to be, that's the part that stays with you. I'll be keeping an eye on this one. If there are updates on the autopsy, the footage, Joe's situation, or anything the family releases, I'll bring them to you. If you have thoughts on the case, I'd love to hear them in the comments. Keep it respectful. This is someone's daughter, someone's loss, and the facts are still coming out. If this is the kind of coverage you want to see more of, subscribe and turn on notifications. I'm building this channel to be a place where we take these stories seriously. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves.